Wow, Fellowship actually launched its second season with a 43 seconds trailer. Jeez, man. I guess times are rough for them, but you know what? I actually said that before. This game is incredibly difficult to sustain. But yeah, I mean, let's watch the trailer, see what they have in store. I am kind of interested. Okay, new heroes. That's good. They actually look good. Wow. That's a significant improvement compared to the other heroes because they look like garbage. Yeah, they have actual women in the game now. Respect. Okay, new dungeons, obviously. New mounts, of course. New cosmetics. How could they not? So, that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess. Okay, so practically more of the same thing, but yeah, it doesn't seem too impressive if I'm being honest with y'all. Let's actually see the numbers. I'm actually quite interested. Let's turn this up. And, wait, oh, whoa, they're actually trending. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. Okay. Oh, 14K peak yesterday. That's actually impressive. That's a good number, but there's a sharp drop, I guess, during the night. And it dropped in half, which makes complete sense. Picked up slowly again, reached 11K, and now it drops again to 7. Wow, these are some really sharp drops. I guess people are just trying out the new season and then dipping, which makes complete sense because when I reviewed this game for myself, I told you guys, this game can never sustain itself. And the reason I knew that before this game actually came into life, because I played pre-season 1, is because you cannot base an entire game off a mod of a larger MMORPG. It doesn't make any sense. And I call Mythic Plus a mod, you can call it like whatever, but you can do that because why would I ever play Fellowship when I can play World of Warcraft? It doesn't make any sense, right? I can have raids, I can have transmogs, I can have so many cooler things on top of having Mythic Plus. Why would I play a game that is solely about Mythic Plus? It's such a weird thing, and maybe the free-to-play element is the only drawing factor. Obviously, if the game costed money, nobody would have played it. But, I mean, it's not enough. It's not enough, and you can see it right here. Like, look at that. Let's stretch it a bit further. The game had, yeah, it had a really powerful hype. WoW was at its lowest. Well, to be fair, WoW is always at its lowest, but it was at its lowest peak. I think, at lowest point, sorry, not peak, obviously. But yeah, it was towards the end of the expansion, and people were starved for a good Mythic Plus WoW-like experience, so I guess they tried this game out. It was free, so why the hell not? And as you can see, 43k players, that's a lot. And they kept momentum going for a couple of days, too, which is impressive, but 1 month after, sharp decline. You can see the numbers go way down, like way down. During the span of 3 months, they were left with nothing. Like, it flatlined entirely. That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. Like, nobody wanted to continue to play this game. I heard people were finishing it up really quickly, and I guess it makes sense. The game isn't that, like, feature heavy, right? Like, Apple Fellowship. So, let's see. This is the video of mine. Shut the hell up. Nobody want to listen to you, Chief. There we go. Let me just do a full screen here. So, yeah, I mean, this is me playing, as you can see. I'm kind of hiding myself. Nobody needs to watch that. So, basically, as you can see, what in God's name? It's just World of Warcraft, bro. Here I'm testing the abilities, and it feels entirely like World of Warcraft. I played a tank because I love tanking, and this is where I started the first dungeon, which was actually kind of good. I remember that. It was fun. Like, it was an enjoyable experience. I enjoyed it a lot, but it's just Mythic Plus. There's no drawing factor to this game whatsoever. There's not a single reason for me to play this other than just to spit in Blizzard's face. Like, that's it. Like, people would never come to this game unless they want, like, a couple of hours of, you know, solid gameplay. And they definitely won't feel like they have to invest any money in it. I don't see this game reaching to greater heights. I honestly don't, which is unfortunate because the idea was noble, right? I mean, give you the Mythic Plus experience without all the leveling, but I think here's lies the real problem. I think people love Mythic Plus because of the leveling, and don't get me wrong, in retail leveling kind of sucks, but it's not about that, it's about connecting to your character. And this is something I said about Fellowship from the trailers before I even played it. The fact that you don't create your own character was detrimental for the game. Like, you play a predetermined character or pre-existing character that you have no connection to, you don't care about the lore. I don't even know if she had a lore. Like, they forced me to play like a lady tank that I don't want to do that. I want to play a big buff brown guy because that's what I aspire to be. And I couldn't do that. They forced me to play an old lady with a scar on her face, and it just felt weird. And that was very detrimental to the game health. It sounds stupid, but believe me, immersion is everything. And whenever people play their favorite World of Warcraft character, no matter which, like, race or, you know, gender or combination, whatever the hell they choose, they feel connected to it because they made a decision. But when the decision is being taken from the player, it is always a bad thing, especially when it comes to customization. So I really hope they would change that, but no, they keep creating their own character, which just kind of feels bad, man. It always feels bad. But at the end of the day, I guess the game itself, in terms of gameplay, was good. But it was exactly like World of Warcraft, so you can't really put it on them. They just took the best things out of WoW, and they didn't really improve anything. I mean, let's watch it here. Did it improve any of the systems? I don't think so. I mean, bosses look very Mythic Plus-like. They weren't special. So you're missing out on war raids, you're missing out on all the good stuff, and you get this instead. Which I don't think is that impressive. It's fine. You want to grind that gear and then you just dip. And that's pretty much it. Maybe this system, like the talent system, was fine. I think it resets between seasons, if I'm not mistaken. So the talent system was indeed fine, but it wasn't that impressive. You just go into a hub, you just queue, and oh, this talent point system, again, very similar to World of Warcraft, extremely similar, which is good. It's a good thing. Like, why not take the good parts, right? But you also took out the good parts, which kind of sucks. But don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting them to, like, build an MMO, obviously, right? That's not the point here. I just wish they made it a lot better. They could have made the entire experience better. And not in terms of graphics. I understand that people are opting for these type of graphics nowadays because, you know, it's easier to develop and keep costs relatively cheap. Because I guess they have a very small crew working on this game, which is completely fine. I actually love the aesthetics. It was okay. I mean, I didn't, like, froth an amount over them, but they were good. Like, they were fine. They were completely fine. They were readable, and I think that's the important part, especially when you're doing a game like this. But at the same time, I really wish they would have improved like the Mythic Plus genre, because it didn't feel like they added anything. Like, nothing was new. I'm trying to search here for something, anything that can. Look how gross she is. Jesus, man. Why am I doing that? Why am I zooming in on her? But I mean, just look at this. It's kind of a meh. It's kind of a nothing burger. I'm not surprised that people are not continuing to play this game more than like a couple of hours and that's it. There is nothing to do. There is no exciting parts. I really wish they would have made insane dungeons where you can only play them after you finish like the base version, and then you go into the new dungeon and it's completely different, like completely different bosses, different everything. Not just different numbers. I want like completely different bosses with different abilities that are actually extremely difficult to do. Because having a leaderboards and just testing yourself constantly against new players is not enough. It's not enough, it's not exciting. Most players, especially people like me, they don't care about this. They don't care about this in the slightest. They just want to have fun and they want to have good loot. And it feels like in this game loot doesn't matter because you don't trade. And also, like, you have nobody to really show off because the cosmetics are there to replace it anyway. So you're losing the MMO aspect as well. There's no point to this game. It's kind of like a simulation. There's no reason to play it. Which is unfortunate because I think the developers did have a really noble thought. But they just missed out on the opportunity entirely. They should have made it a lot more exciting. They should have made ads more powerful. They should have made completely different bosses that are exciting to do rather than like repeatable crap. And yeah, they missed out a lot. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I think this game will eventually meet its demise. It cannot sustain itself. It's just clear. Night and day. Night and day difference from WoW. I really wish they would wake up and do a significant change, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon.